Hi Aquarius, this is your June 2nd through the 8th weekly tarot reading. We'll have 5 separate spreads in this weekly reading. In the first spread, we'll be looking at new love entering your life. Spread number 2 is for those of you who are already in a relationship or married. In the third spread, we'll see if anybody wants to get back together with you. After that, in spread number 4, we'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances. And the fifth, the final spread, will be what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, comment, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is on new love this week, Aquarius. We have the 5 of Swords clarified by the Devil. Then we have the 9 of Cups clarified by the Knight of Cups. We also have the Ace of Swords clarified by the Magician. In the potential outcome, we have the 6 of Wands with the Fool and the Empress. And we also have the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. We also have Water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have Gemini, Virgo, Aries, Libra, Taurus, or absolutely any zodiac sign. So let's talk about the 5 of Swords and the Devil, right? The Devil is a Capricorn major arcana card. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. You could have been dealing with a Capricorn at some point in the past. But you know what I think what those two cards are talking about? Those two cards are talking about cutting the cord from something or someone, either you or your person are currently attached to, or perhaps this already happened at some point in not such a distant past. I think those two cards are cutting the cord from some kind of a attachment. Okay, a person, a place, a substance, somebody else's opinions influencing us, and things like that. Right? Because the 5 of Swords is a card of like an ugly breakup. It is a card of cutting the cord. It's a card of like major fight. Just slamming the door on the way out, or slamming the door into somebody else's face, or literally cutting the cord. Cutting the cord, all right? The Devil is most likely some kind of a toxic person, toxic situation, or attachment. Attachment, all right? Not a healthy attachment, all right? We can be attached to other people, and it could be healthy, but in this case it was definitely not healthy. Okay, could have been substance abuse, I don't know, anything, but that story, that thing is done, or that person is done. Again, you could have had somebody constantly advising you not to do something or to do something, and if that's the case, you're cutting that person out of your life. Okay, or it could be a place, anything. All of this is in the name of love with this new person. Again, those two cards could be playing out to you or the person you're dealing with, right? The 9 of Cups clarified by the Knight of Cups. And we also have the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Perhaps one of them belongs to you, the other one belongs to your person. Because both of them, both the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups, are all about love. You know, very, very loving cards, very lovey-dovey cards. The Knight of Cups is the most loving and romantic knight out of all 4 knights, and the same can be said about the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is not the only ace here, right? The Ace of Swords right there in the middle, it's actually a yes. The Ace of Swords is one of the yes cards in the tarot deck. It's also a card of clarity. Okay, it's a card of very straightforward, very transparent, very direct, honest conversation. All right. The Magician clarifying, it could be either Gemini or Virgo you're dealing, but the Magician is a card of manifestation, and most importantly, at least to me, it is a card of taking action. And the Ace of Swords is also an action-oriented card. So yeah, moving forward, letting go of whatever that Devil and the 5 of Swords represented in your case, and moving forward. All right, no longer attached. And yeah, it will play out in a big major way, right? The 6 of Wands with the Fool and the Empress in the potential outcome. The 6 of Wands is a card of victory and success. It's a card of overcoming something. It's a card of attention, feeling like you've won, like you've succeeded, feeling good about yourself. The Fool in the middle, more freedom, right? Again, I think this is simply a repeat of, I think this is simply the universe trying to emphasize this, that you will feel kind of free from whatever the 5 of Swords and the Devil meant in your case, but at the same time you'll feel really happy together with this person, with this new person. Okay, and the Empress right next to the deck could be this is probably you, right? Or the person you're dealing with. The Empress is a wife figure, spouse figure, you know, a mother figure. The Empress is somebody who is loved, cherished, somebody who is taken care of. Besides that, if we forget about like the description of a person, then the Empress, energetically speaking, is just abundance, in any form, abundance in any form. So Aquarius, very interesting reading, but there's definitely so much love here with the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups, so much. All right, really happy for you. Congratulations. If you are already in a relationship or married, Aquarius, this spread is for you. We have the Three of Wands clarified by the Page of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Cancer. Are you guys buying a new car by any chance? Or maybe deciding on where you want to go on vacation? Or both? You could be buying a new car and then going on a road trip, right? But there's definitely a decision. There's definitely a choice being made this week, right? That's what the Three of Wands is. The Three of Wands is a card of somebody who went through looking at options, who went through discussions and figured out what they want, right? The Three of Wands is a card of a final decision, right? The Page of Pentacles clarifying it, yeah, maybe it's a down payment on a new car, or maybe you're paying for a trip, getting ready to pay for a trip. The Page of Pentacles could also be paperwork, right? The Nine of Cups in the middle is a card of a wish come true, satisfaction and fulfillment. We also have the Two of Cups right next to the deck. It is a card of when two people are on the same page and in love and enjoying each other's company. The Chariot on the bottom of the deck could be a Cancer you're dealing with, Zodiac, could be a person by the Zodiac sign of Cancer, right? The Chariot could be a card of literally going somewhere. It's one of the fastest cards in the deck, or it could be a card of transportation, a new car. For some of you, it could be like Cancer birthday season, right? At the end, Cancer birthday season starts at the end of June, and then it lasted for a month. So if you're going on vacation, maybe this is when you'll actually go, during the Cancer birthday season. All right? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Aquarius, this week. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be the most recent next. We have the King of Cups, clarified by the Three of Cups. We have the Moon, Judgment, and the Tower on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So you got this King of Cups. Perhaps they'll just show up very unexpectedly, right? And maybe you will run into this person at some kind of an event, or it could be like a spontaneous reunion, right? The Tower on the bottom of the deck. I think the Tower in this case is something that happens unexpectedly. All right. I don't think anything is coming crashing down. No, it doesn't feel this way, right? But the King of Cups, the first card that came out, that's the person. They're clarified by the Three of Cups. So the King of Cups could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. The Moon, by the way, right next to the King of Cups is a Pisces major arcana card. So if this person really is Pisces, it's this same person in this reading twice. All right. Again, the Three of Cups clarifying the King of Cups could be some kind of an event, party, gathering, or a reunion of some sort that's taken place. Or maybe they will invite you to go. The Moon, if it's not a Pisces you're dealing, then the Moon, maybe it's a card of emotions. It's an emotional card. Yeah. It's also a card of fear, by the way. It's also a card of a secret. And the Judgment right next to the deck. I never clarify Judgment if it's the last card that comes out. But because Judgment is either somebody coming back from the past, but Judgment is also a card of having to make a judgment call. All right? And I think the universe wants you to make that judgment call based on how you feel, based on what you see, observe, and hear, and this person's behavior. All right? Cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Aquarius, this week. We have the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles clarified by the Nine of Swords. We also have Death clarified by the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We also have Scorpio. This is a bit of a weird reading. The only way I can interpret this, well, a couple of ways, but very, very similar ways, right? Scenario number one would be you are not accepting something from this Queen of Pentacles, some kind of an offer, and it devastates this Queen of Pentacles. For others of you, perhaps you're leaving, and that devastates this Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is going to be devastated, right? Very stressed out, even depressed, because I assume you're leaving. I don't think you're going to be depressed and stressed out. I think you're the person in the Nine of Pentacles, the first card that came out, right? It is a card of somebody who is in the center of attention, somebody who is doing fine, somebody whom maybe everybody wants to do business with or work with, all right? And the Death card clarified by the Six of Swords right next to the deck. If this Queen of Pentacles wanted to do business with you, if they wanted to get something from you, if they offered you something, maybe you said, thanks, but no thanks. And they have nothing left to do but to get really disappointed and move on, right? Or perhaps this is you leaving, and the Queen of Pentacles is all stressed out about it, right? We also have the Eight of Cups on the bottom of the deck, another leaving card, right? Somebody's leaving, packing up and leaving. Again, it could be you or them. All right, but I strongly believe the person in the Nine of Pentacles in the beginning of this reading, that's you, Aquarius. All right, cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen this week, Aquarius. We have the King of Pentacles, clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Page of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Star on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So in the previous spread we had the Queen of Pentacles, and this spread we have the King of Pentacles. I don't think it's the same person. These feel very, very different. But perhaps it's still somehow associated. Perhaps these two spreads are associated with one another. Because the King of Pentacles has something to do with work. Right? The Eight of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles is a card of work, business, and finances. The Page of Cups in the middle, maybe this person wants to meet with you. They could meet with you in a conference room. They could meet with you at a happy hour. You two may have lunch, dinner, or maybe you can both go to a golf course. I don't know. Right? But what you're not expecting is this person wanting to meet with you, wanting to talk to you, and it has something to do with work. Right? Or money in some capacity, in some shape. The Star on the bottom of the deck is actually you, Aquarius. That's your major arcana card. But at the same time, it's also a card of a wish come true and healing. The High Priestess right next to the deck is a card of intuition and or a secret, or both, right? So basically what you're not expecting is a meeting. At least a meeting invitation coming from this King of Pentacles. Alright, Aquarius, so that's what I have for you for this reading for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also comment and subscribe. And other than that, Aquarius, have an amazing week.